For over half a century, Burhan Doğançay has recorded and portrayed the urban walls of the world. Based in New York since the 1960s, the Turkish artist decided to leave a permanent legacy in his hometown in Istanbul by setting up a museum to feature his works.
One artist's journey to the end of the world and back. Urban walls as the ideal canvas of ever-mutating city landscapes, their mood, hopes and aspirations. Testimonies of the marks, symbols and images left by the passage of humankind. Burhan Doğançay is widely considered the father of wall art, but his passion for painting was first inspired by his own father.
His father, being a cartographer, was also an artist who painted in his own right. And when Burhan was 3 years old, he started getting lessons from his father, and that's how he was introduced to art, and he was always among artists in his youth.
Born in Istanbul in 1929, Doğançay moved to New York in the 1960s, but soon quit his job at the Turkish embassy to become a full-time artist. It was on New York's 86th Street that a vision changed his life forever.
He was walking on the Upper East Side and he saw a wall, and he said that that wall, changed his entire life because it was the most beautiful color combination and abstract looking art that he had ever seen in his life. So from then onwards, he only painted walls.
Burhan Doğançay embarked on a photographic documentary journey to record urban walls. The Walls of the World project consists of over 30,000 stills from over 100 countries across the globe. According to Doğançay, who passed away in 2013, walls are the mirror of society.
When you look at the structure of the walls carefully, you can see graffitis, banners, and slogans that were left on walls by humans, aligned with nature's effects, such as rain and snow. All of these gathered show us an enormous composition. You can see the most colorful compositions and beautiful works on the wall. I personally see it all the time. This is one of the main reasons why I concentrate on walls.
Doğançay was not just a photographer. He recreated urban walls in his paintings, together with windows and doors from often decaying city landscapes. His Ribbon and Cone series, which started in the early 1970s, evolved out of what he'd seen on the streets.
When you look at a series, you actually see one series being born from the previous one. The cones followed the ribbons, and when you look close enough, you see a little cone in every single ribbon painting. So it's actually a continuation of his work, and it just evolves with time.
In the late 1990s, Doğançay returned to Turkey from the United States. Although his works feature in the world's most important museums, it was in Istanbul that Burhan Doğançay decided to leave a permanent legacy, founding his own museum in 2004.
Müzeler bir okul gibi öğretiyor.
Museums are just like schools, and this is the only way society's culture can develop.
Toplumun kültürü artmış oluyor.
As far as I have seen, Turkey's greatest need is to raise and communicate cultural heritage to the young.
Çağında olan
This is the only way Turkey's future will change for the better.
Türkiye'nin geleceği kurtulur.
While the Doğançay Museum is primarily a retrospective of Burhan Doğançay's work, it's more than that. Every year, around 1,700 schools in Istanbul enter the museum's art competition. For Doğançay, exposing people, especially students, to art was incredibly important. In one of his last interviews, Burhan Doğançay regretted that social media have kept people away from urban walls, leaving them clean and silent. Miranda Ati for TRT World in Istanbul.